Welcome to Intuitive Writer, the podcast and YouTube channel dedicated to exploring the intersection of creativity and spirituality. I'm your host, fiction author Camille Picott. All right. Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Intuitive Writer podcast and YouTube show. I am so excited today. I have with us today an intuitive artist, and we have mixed media artist Amy Figueroa here today. And we met on Instagram. I don't even remember exactly how we connected, but I know when I found your feed, I absolutely loved your art immediately. And you guys, I have one of her beautiful paintings. If you're on YouTube, you can see this beautiful owl painting that I have in my meditation space. And I love this beautiful lady. I had to have her as soon as I saw it on her shop. So I'm going to read you her bio. Amy is a self-taught mixed media artist from Tulare, California. That's the Central Valley of California. She's a mother of 2 teens and 1 adult, and she's been focused on making art for over 30 years, and she's been a full-time artist for 13 years. You can see her beautiful paintings in the background. Her work reflects her experiences and spiritual realizations, translated through colorful, whimsical, and abstract portraits of women and animals. She works primarily on paper and in art journals, and she actually makes art journals, which are stunning. I love looking at your homemade journals, which you sell on Etsy, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. She was published in the Somerset Studios Art Journaling magazine in 2017 and continues to be an advocate for art journaling as a therapy for mental clarity, as well as a tool to tap into our individual psychic capabilities. She's currently practicing intuitive painting, which uses a series of techniques to allow one's intuition to guide them through the painting process. It's about getting out of your own way and allowing creation to flow through you instead of trying to control it. Each piece begins with no plan or expectation, and the journey to its completion is filled with many lessons in art as well as life. I love that. It's so great. I just love it. There's so many things that, I want to ask you about. So tell me in your own words, what does it mean when you describe yourself as an intuitive painter? What does that mean to you?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me on. I'm so excited. I love your podcast. I love everything about you.
Thank you.
And I feel really comfortable talking right now. And I don't this is probably my second time speaking about all that I'm going to talk about right now. So I'm excited. And okay, so I can't wait to start. So being an intuitive painter, is that what you asked me?
Yeah. What does that mean to you?
An intuitive painter, to me, it means that I allow my intuition to take the lead, and I start without a plan, and then I just use this series of techniques that I'm comfortable with or that come to me, and I create whatever happens. And I saw the technique from on YouTube from several different artists, and they all do it different ways. But I thought, wow, that's pretty cool, because I was a really kind of a stiff and really controlled painter a few years ago, and it just didn't feel good anymore. So I wanted to become more loose with everything I did, and this seemed like a good place to start. So it just, to me, it mainly means that I get a chance to get out of the way and allow all of creation to just flow through me. And it is very much a meditative practice, and it helps me to practice a lot of things. So
Wow.
that's what it is. Mm-hmm.
So when you say that you use various techniques, are you talking specifically art techniques, or are you talking different spiritual techniques, or both?
Both. Both, yeah. Um, there's so many techniques uh, artistically that I use, but I also recently have like made up my own type of intuitive spiritual techniques, such as tearing up little pieces of paper, like what is it's like scrapbook paper that's at the it's got different kinds of patterns and stuff on it. So I just tear those up in little pieces and I throw them all in this box that I have, and it becomes like a little treasure box. And then I have leftover pieces of paper that have paint on them, throw it all in there. And so when I sit down to work on a new painting, I just open that up and without looking, I'll stick my hand in it and grab whatever's there, whatever comes out, I put it straight on, glue it onto the paper in front of me. And that's one way that I'm not controlling it. It just kind of happens. And put those all over. And then sometimes I can see an image right away. In
I love this.
yeah,
You're like giving me ideas. I need a box.
yeah, it's super fun. And then I use tarot cards and oracle cards. And the way I do that is, so whatever card I draw, I could either use maybe an image that's on the card or a color scheme that's there, or the message that I hear or feel when I see it. There's all different kinds. I could go and get a book from my library here and just open it up and find a few words that stand out and put that into it. Just little things like that
Wow.
I made up along the way.
I love I never
Yeah,
thought of pulling an oracle card or a tarot card before a writing session. I love that idea.
yeah,
Sounds
it's
very
really
supportive.
cool. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I was checking out your Instagram feed, and I love this intuitive journaling that you're doing. And are you doing it for, is it 100 days or 1,000 days? What was it on?
Oh, it's 100,
It's
and it's
100. Okay.
challenging already. I don't know, but I could do it for 1,000. So yeah.
So what do you,
Uh,
describe intuitive journaling, or what the process is that you're doing with this?
so there's several things that I do with intuitive journaling. One, what I wanted to tell you about was how the way I receive messages from spirit or the guides or source, the way I receive them most easily is by channeled writing. And
Oh,
so I can, might sound weird, but this
I
is,
love weird.
okay, here it goes. What I've found lately is that if I put on a video of someone else talking on YouTube, like one of my favorite teachers, or even like a tarot card reading, and as soon as the messages start coming out, I'm able to, like, certain things resonate, and I start writing. I start picking out things that they're saying and I write, and as I'm doing, I start getting other messages come through. It's really so cool. And it's more like I don't want to label it as clairaudient or even a clair. I really don't know. All I know is that I I hear it, but not so much with these ears, but more like my whole body hears it, and it just shows up and then it comes out in my writing. And I love writing. I love writing notes. I have stacks and stacks of notes over there at my desk. So that is one way I use my journal. I use it to hold messages that come from spirit, and they're in there, and I can go back to them and create pieces of artwork around messages. I can
Wow.
even, like, it's really exciting. I have so many ideas, and sometimes it's a lot and I don't know where to start, but I could create like anything around these messages beyond paintings. I could make books. um, I could make cards, could make any type of art prompt cards, or I mean, it could go in any direction. But that's one way I use intuitive journaling. um, I also like using it to express what I'm going through. um, and I love to write in different perspectives. So I write what I'm feeling as me right now, and then I write what I'm feeling as um, another character in what I'm going through. And then I write as someone above looking down on it. And it's just so cool. It gives all different sides to the story. And I'm able to come to realizations that I wouldn't get if I would just be spilling my emotions. And that's really good. I love that part. But all the other layers are just so awesome. They're exciting.
Wow, I never thought about doing that, examining it from different perspectives. What a cool idea.
Yeah.
Almost
It's
like turning a vase around or something, and looking at it from all sides.
definitely.
I do the same thing with journaling. It's a hold my messages that come through. So I know that feeling, what you're talking about. It's hard to describe, but yeah, it's just like it comes out of your pen or your
Yes.
pencil, whatever you're using. You're like, wow, that's amazing. Wow. Right?
Yeah. It gets you energized. What I've been doing lately is, since we have been confined to our homes for a while, I picked up this really cool habit of in the morning going for this meditative drive. And I take my journal and I take my phone and my pen and I go and park somewhere really with really nice scenery. And then I put on the video because I don't know what it is about it. It just really it's working right now. So
Yeah.
whatever video calls to me, and I start writing, and I do it out and away from my space that I'm at all day long every day. And that has even made it like more messages are coming through.
Oh,
So
wow. That's really cool.
yeah.
I have like my safe space here, but I've never thought about like intentionally going out like that to see what happens.
Yes.
I-
One
I'm
theme,
gonna try it.
yes, you should. The theme lately in my life is that if I want change, if I want all of these things that I dream about, I can't keep doing the same 5 to 10 things I do every day. I have to add in a little bit of newness somewhere, even if it's just a little something. So that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to do just a little bit of new things, and it has made a big difference.
Wow, I love that. That's such great wisdom. I'm- wow, I'm just like soaking it all in. I'm gonna try that too. That's awesome. I love it. Um, so I'm really curious about your origin story as an intuitive artist, because you said a couple of years ago you didn't have the same fluidity and connection to spirit like you do now. So how did you go from one side to the other? Like what did that look like?
Okay, so, well, how long is this show?
Oh, half hour, 45
Okay.
minutes? Yeah.
All right. So really quickly, I was born into a family where both my parents are artists, but they never pursued it as a career, and probably because they felt like it's not a real job. And because yeah, my mom's told me that before. And so I was also raised Pentecostal, um, a religion that is very opinionated and strict and about appearance and all kinds of that stuff. And that their belief is the only belief, and there is no other way of believing out there ever. So whenever I had moments of um, intuitive abilities come through, it was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And then no one ever really wanted to hear about it. So I kind of just, I've always been interested in everything like supernatural and paranormal and, aliens, um, history, like all of it, angelic realm, all of that. And so I would study it on my own, but not really talk about it. So um, about, I think it was 2013, I had a close, well, let's not close, but a childhood friend committed suicide. And that made me, like, kind of rocked my world, because what I knew of her was that she had everything going for her. And I couldn't understand how that could be possible. So my mind went into overdrive, and combined with being just kind of suppressed and oppressed my entire life, I just went crazy with research. I like threw myself into research about everything that had to do with science of the mind, spirit, quantum, everything. And it just became like I just wanted to learn so much about myself, that, and because art was already like just a part of my life too, that they kind of merged. And the way I could express what I was going through was through my painting and through my journaling. And I didn't know any other way to experiment with my psychic abilities, or the messages I was receiving. And so it was right in front of me, and it's an extension of me. So it came through my art, if that makes any sense. And
Yeah.
And so it's the most comfortable way that I can convey the things that I'm learning about myself and the universe and all of us, and that we're all capable of all of this. And it's kind of like my comfort zone that I can express through.
Wow. It's so beautiful. I love it. Have you ever thought of doing your own tarot, your own oracle deck with your art?
Yeah, yes, I would love to. I don't know. Obviously, I need to have enough paintings to fill it up, but I don't really know how to go about um, getting started or publishing it, or if there's any specific any specific way I have to create each painting.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not sure.
I
So,
actually work in printing, so we can talk offline.
oh my God.
Maybe I can help you find somebody.
Oh, that would be wonderful. That would be great.
Oh, see, the universe just does its thing.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, there's a tarot artist that I follow. I'll show you her deck. It's really cool.
Okay.
And she prints all her own decks. She sells them. She pre-sells everything. Have you heard of her?
Ooh, MJ. I don't know. No, not right offhand.
Anyway, this is her Urban Crow deck, and I just think the art is just like,
I love crows.
I know, right? They're just these beautiful. Oh, I have it upside down, but wait.
Ooh.
I have it upside
Well, the card is perspective.
That's funny. But yeah, they're just these beautiful animals, and
Ooh.
you could do with all your
Yeah, I really do want to do that so badly.
Yeah, I could totally see it for your art.
I needed to meet you so that you can point me in a direction.
I love it. I love it. On your website, I don't know if you still do this, but you used to do intuitive portraits for people. Do you still do that?
I took a little break because it's so interesting the way I experiment with new ideas. It's almost like I get the idea, and then like in the middle of it, I realize, oh, I thought of this to teach myself a really good lesson. And so with personal energy paintings, it was an idea that came to me, and I thought, oh, that'll be fun. And I'm not gonna, Amy, don't take it too seriously and don't put all your emotions in it, but just have fun with it. And that's when it worked really well. It was flowing. And I would, someone would buy an energy painting, and I would just intuitively pick a message for them and then paint it, and then do a small little tarot reading, because I'm not a professional tarot card reader, but I'm just, like researching it and trying to learn more about it. So I would just do a little reading, and it flowed perfect. But then like halfway through, I started, and this happens in paintings too, I started thinking, oh, I want to paint something for them that they're going to like. And I start thinking about what they would want instead of just painting what comes to me. And like thinking, oh, they probably saw the previous painting and it was a really pretty like goddess lady. And now what's coming to me is like, just some mountains and a river. Like, what are they going to think? It's not enough. So then it's like a whole inner struggle. And then I could be out for a week with emotions. It's so crazy, but it's a big, big lesson. And I do love doing it, but I've just taken a little break.
Yeah.
So
the ones I saw on your website were beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know. I guess it's because I have been going through so much emotionally in my personal life too. I think I just couldn't, I just needed to take a break.
Yeah, I
but I will do it again.
Especially tapping into other people, right? It can be a lot sometimes.
Yeah, because I don't have any experience doing that. I was just kind of, trial and error, just threw myself into it and learn while I'm in there. And I don't have any idea about, cleansing energy and I didn't know, but I was told that I should ground myself between each painting. And I didn't realize that. I mean, I still don't know. Like, I'm not sure about all that stuff. I haven't taken any classes in that. And I don't know, or like, I didn't even believe that I could tap into someone else's energy that easily. Like, could I really be doing that? But then I would get confirmations from the clients and, maybe I was.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I do grounding work. I'll go out and stand on the earth outside and just, ask the earth to support me, which is great. I use oils. Do you use essential oils?
I do. Well, I only use one, which is my favorite of all time, and it's lavender.
Yes, I love lavender.
I love lavender oil.
Yeah, I put it in my daughter's diffuser every night. But yeah, there's like certain earthy oils that I like to use for grounding. And I guess it's whatever feels good, right?
Yes, yes.
We're going to take a brief pause from our show. I am a working author and I produce this show on my own out of a love and passion for my craft. And if you would like to support me, I would greatly appreciate it if you would check out my books on Amazon. You can find me under Camille Picott on Amazon. My books are available in ebook, they're available in print, and they're also in Kindle Unlimited. So if you're a member of Kindle Unlimited, you can read my books for free. And I would appreciate anyone that would leave a review or share the titles with friends that you think would enjoy them. I also have most of my books available as audiobooks, and they're available on all major audiobook platforms, including Audible and even in libraries. So you can get them for free with a library membership. And the last way you can support me is by joining my monthly Patreon team. I have 2 membership tiers at $1 a month and $5 a month. And the $5 tier gets access to me once a month. We have live chats where you can come in and chat with me in person and ask me any questions about my books and writing. And for everyone that joins at $1 a month, you go into the acknowledgement section of all of my books when I publish them. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and let's get back to the show. I did just start this chakra cleansing ritual that I do before a writing session, and I'm not sure yet how it's working, but I can definitely feel like all the openings, like, opening up along my spine and on my head and stuff. So yeah, that's cool.
Awesome. That is so cool. We just started, I haven't done it yet, but my husband found a meditation online that does just that. And he's done it a few times already. And he described it and he said it was amazing. So I have yet to do that, but I'm going to start doing it too.
Yeah, let me know how it goes. I'm curious.
Okay.
I'm curious. Let's see. I had one other question. I think you probably touched on this a little bit. But the role that intuition and spirituality plays in your art. I know you've talked a lot about the intuition, but the spiritual growth as well, because to me that's such an integral part of my practice as well. So can you speak any more on that?
I believe that because of the way I have created classes and projects in the past, that spirituality is really the main drive of everything that I create. And it's like I can't do a project unless it is spiritual based. And I think it's because when I create something, when I create a project to work on, it's like I'm not thinking about it when I do it, but subconsciously, I'm creating a way for me to grow in a new way spiritually. And I don't really see it until I'm right in the middle of it. But in that way, like everything I do is about learning who I am, who the essence of who I am, the light being that I am. And because I am in tune with art, it's exciting that everything from here on out, it's fun and I make pretty things, but most importantly, it's my way of learning my lessons and becoming more and more of who I am. It's a way I can see it. Um, it's tangible. I can see my growth. I can look back at what I've created, in the last few years and literally see my growth. It's pretty freaking awesome. Um, but it's and then I think I've thought before, oh, my paintings are not expressing what I'm going through. And then I'll talk to someone else who looks at it and they see like some huge story in it that I'm like, okay, well, I guess I am. I'm really hard on myself that way, but it's just what I have proved to myself is that I do have capabilities and that I do know what I'm talking about and I am right about things. And I mean, that's like a dream job, right? A job where you can just prove to yourself over and over that, you got this. Your intuition is right. You are powerful. And then because I see that about myself, I feel amazing. And I just want to remind everybody else they have it too. Like, I love to encourage and inspire. And what better way to do that than through my artwork?
Wow. So part of your process is just following either your creative urges or the intuition, and then you kind of walk into your spiritual lessons and your spiritual growth by following that.
Yeah, that's how it's been happening.
I love that. Yeah, all my books, all my characters, I feel like they're all like it's a mutually beneficial relationship, like I'm helping them out and at the same time they help me, and then I help myself out. And it's like this cycle. It's very cool.
Oh yeah. I love your process.
Yeah, I love yours too. I mean, like taking notes, mental notes. Um, is there anything else that you want to talk about? Do you have any journals on hand that you could?
Yeah. So first, let's see. This is my current journal.
So cute.
It's the one that I made out of a little golden book.
He's so
cute.
And
it's not that exciting. It's a lot more writing right now. This one, I don't know if anyone can see it, but
it's beautiful.
So
let's see. For people on the podcast, it's a painting of all different faces.
Yeah,
they're describing it right.
Mm-hmm. And then, so I make these. I bind them and everything, and I put all the paper in. And this one's a little more exciting on the inside. Let's see.
Oh, wow. Okay, so this is a beautiful painting of a redheaded woman in the forest surrounded by one of those cool flowers.
I don't know. I like to think they're yarrow. Do you know
Okay, that? Yeah. It says, I am in harmony with a universe that supports me. Oh, that's so beautiful. The owl. There's the owl. I love owls. Oh, I am owl spirit. Gosh, these are lovely. Oh, wow. an owl flying through diamonds. Okay, I love that you did that because I do meditations with my daughter every night to help her fall asleep. And one of the things we do is we float in the universe and among the stars. And I always describe the stars as being diamonds. Yeah,
Really?
so you're in the universe surrounded by diamonds. So that's what the owl made me think of.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. I don't know if you can see
Oh,
this.
money energy. Yeah. Oh, connection. Gosh. Okay. I hope everybody's watching this on YouTube because your artwork is amazing. Look at the
Thank
glitter.
you
I
so
love it.
much.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. This one is a wolf and a woman. I trust in the guidance of my intuition. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And then let's see this one last one. I really like this one.
Oh, wow. Oh, I love her dress.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
I love all of my layers. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a beautiful woman dancing. And she has white hair. I love her hair.
Yeah. So I'm embracing my white hair.
Yeah, it looks great.
Thanks. And then this is one that's actually for sale on, I have dust floating in here. On Etsy, and it's a vintage book, and then I take it apart and add new mixed media paper in there, and also writing paper. So it's got signatures that I sew in.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, pretty cool. So it's a hardcover, and then I paint on the front with acrylics. So that's that one. I just have one more thing to show you. It's my poster of one of my, oh, I don't know if we'll be able to see it or not. It's kind of big. This was a personal energy painting, and it's my favorite one. It's You Are Worthy, and I love it. It's the first one I've put into a poster size.
She's gorgeous.
Thanks.
Wow. Yeah, I just love your work. Just speaks to me. Everything I see, I'm just like, oh, I just love it.
So much. Thank you.
Anything else you want to talk about or share about your art? Anything coming up that's exciting?
No, I've been laying pretty low lately. I've got in the works, I have a project of 5 short videos that will showcase how I work in a journal. And a friend of ours is helping us film those. So that's coming up. It'll be on YouTube.
And so tell us about your YouTube channel.
So I have a YouTube channel, and it's called Painted Voice. It's pretty new, and I'm still working with it, but I do I show how I work in the journal on there, how I run through like art meditations. So that was one thing I didn't mention, is that I show my process of an art meditation, which would be like setting up a sacred space, or like a little altar, and it doesn't have to be grandiose. It just can be very simple to where you're going to work, and then getting all your supplies, and then putting intentions there before you start, lighting a candle, and then creating by using a few of the intuitive techniques that I created. So I have those meditations on there if anybody would want to see how that works.
Yeah, I want to check them out. You'll have to tell me which episodes.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, art meditation. We didn't talk about that, did we?
No, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, can we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's just basically all the techniques that I use on my own personal paintings, but it's more of focusing on the process and letting go of, so you know how in meditation we are told to just either sit with your thoughts or let go of thought. Well, when we focus on that part, it's kind of hard, and we might jumble things, and we might get a little anxiety because we think we're supposed to be doing something a certain way. So with the art meditation, your hands are moving, and that kind of gets you away from thinking. And I almost sometimes don't want to call it a meditation, because then, you know, your mind might start to have expectations of it. But it's actually, like, in all actuality, it's just setting up a really nice space with pretty things that you like, and then just smearing paint around and seeing what else you can think of doing. And then you can, if you want to write anything on there, you can do that too. It's that simple. But that process just puts you in complete flow state, and it's there's just nothing like it. It's like floating on a pink cloud, and there's no care in the world, and all that matters is what's right in front of you, and this messiness that you don't have to explain. So that's what I love about it.
Oh, that sounds cool. I love how you talk about setting up a space and setting intentions. Because sometimes I get impatient, like if I know I have like a limited amount of time and I just want to like get started, but I have to remind myself, like, go get your tea, like get your diffuser going, like those things that feel good and feel comforting, like they are important to the creative process. And sometimes I let myself get too caught up in, I guess, worldly things and not paying attention to these other things that really do enhance the process. So yeah, that sounds really, really lovely. I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, it sure is. Yeah.
Well, thanks for taking some time to talk with me today. Can you tell people where else to find you? Definitely please subscribe to her Instagram account, you guys, because her artwork is so beautiful and you can see it all on there. But where else are you? YouTube?
So I'm on YouTube at Painted Voice, and then Instagram, it's at Amy, AMY _ FIG _, so Amy Fig. And where else? I'm on Facebook as Amy Fig. And then my website is called paintedvoice.org. And it's all very new, so all still growing. And but I have lots of really inspiring and pretty things on there.
Yeah.
Check it out. Yeah.
And a tarot deck in the future.
Yes,
That'd
absolutely.
be so amazing. So amazing. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming on. It's been so fun to talk to you.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much. It was wonderful.
It's so fun. But yeah, let's definitely connect. Let me do some research on, I'll see if I can find some printers that do decks, because I'd love to help you, or do what I can to help you with that.
Okay. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Cool. All right. Well, I will talk to you soon.
Okay. Talk to you soon. Have a good night.
You too. Bye. Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Intuitive Writer. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe on either the YouTube channel or your favorite podcast platform. And please share the show with your friends. If you have other intuitive artists in your life, please share the show and help me spread the word. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Write with Intuition, so feel free to reach out to me on either of those platforms. I will see you all in 2 weeks for the next episode. Until then, happy creativity time. Bye.